All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and tonight we're going to be taking a look at another BOLDR Odyssey. This is going to be the second time we've actually looked at one of these watches. I want to say thank you to Scott at Watches Galore. I'll leave a link to his channel down below because he got this tour started. And Leon, who owns a BOLDR Supply Company, for letting us take a look at this watch. I'll leave a link down below to all the channels that are going to be taking a look at this watch. And guys, it's a really cool watch. So I'll leave a link to the first video I did of the BOLDR Odyssey watch, the first one, the standard dial version, because it's a really neat industrial diver. I mean, 500 meter water resistance, triple lock crown. It's got a helium escape valve. It's kind of designed a little bit differently, I think, than most standard dive watches out there as far as the crown, the bezel design and stuff like the crown and stuff like that. Just very, very industrial feeling as far as the case styling and stuff like that. And we'll get it up here in front of the camera and take a closer look at it here in a second. But the really cool thing about this one is this is the MeteoGrey model. Now, forgive me for any mispronunciations that I'm going to have here, but this is the dial on this watch is made from a portion of the Muonionalusta Meteorite, which was discovered north of the Arctic Circle in Sweden. It's roughly thought to be about 4 billion years old. So it's comprised of iron, nickel, germanium, gallium, and iridium. So it's really basically, if you think about it, it's a really rare piece of metal that they've got this dial made out of. And the pattern, I'm not going to even try to pronounce what this pattern is in Swedish, but it's a very distinctive pattern and design on this this dial. And I mean, it's a great looking watch. I mean, to have a meteorite dial on your watch, I know a lot of companies are doing it, but I think it looks really good on this watch. So I'm going to pause it here and we'll get it up here in front of the camera and take a closer look at this meteorite dial BOLDR Odyssey. All right, guys, so like I said, I will leave a link down below to the other video that I did of the standard model of the Odyssey, the first version I had. But you guys, looking at this up close, now this is called the MeteoGrey, so you guys can definitely see how it has this very gray dial on it and stuff like that. And the last one I looked at also had this very industrial, almost like a black chrome. I don't really know how to describe this finish on this bezel, but it's really awesome and nicely done. Very, very heavy watch, you know, very big styling and stuff like that. I love the way they designed the case on this watch. Very slabby, you know, nothing smooth, nothing. I mean, every angle is a hard angle, and I think that's really neat. Now, everything on the case design is brushed, and the last one I looked at was the same way. Everything, let me get this to focus here. Everything on the case was brushed. But, you know, it's a very, very nicely done watch. The only thing that's funny, I noticed the only thing that was polished, if you guys look up close here, I'll try to get it to zoom in here, but right here above the crown, these are the only two polished portions. Now the crown, since we're looking at it up close here, very nicely done crown. It is a triple lock design, so it's very nice. And if you unscrew it, now it's very sturdy. I mean, it just really feels like it's super waterproof. Doesn't move at all. Very sturdy crown all the way out. I mean, it just doesn't budge. Now this is running NH35 movement, so as I pull it all the way out to last stop, you guys can see it stops second hand. So that's actually a hacking and a hand windable movement. Once you push it in all the way, you can actually hand wind it. Doubt you guys can hear that there. So a very nice watch, very nicely done. So let me go ahead and check out the bezel here. These are 120 click bezel on these watches. And it's very crisp, as you guys can hear. So the only thing loomed on the bezel is the pip here. Everything else is kind of a, you know, flat finish, which is fine because the only thing you really need to keep track of any kind of dive time or whatever you're timing really is the pip. You don't need to worry about anything else. They're just a 5-minute position, so it's there for keeping track of that. Very nicely done. So the case size on this is a 45.5 millimeter case as far as side to side, not including the crown. So it is a big watch. Now, lug to lug, I didn't actually measure that yet. So let's go ahead and check that out here, live. Not live, because you'll see this recorded. So you look at 53. So yeah, it's a big, big watch. And then thickness on the case is 16 millimeters, basically, is what you're looking at. But, you know, I'll contribute that to the depth rating of the watch, which is 500 meters, or I think that's 1,650 feet. So very deep. So the band on this watch, let's check this out here. It's all leather, all natural leather, or all you know, genuine leather. And I noticed this, it's hornwing, so which is really nice. It's a really high quality brand leather. And you have this very intricate case back design. BOLDR always does really a cool job with their case backs on their watches. They really just do a nice job. You see the NH35 automatic, the water resistance 500 meters. Stainless steel, 316L stainless steel, sapphire glass here. Looking at that BOLDR Supply Company logo there. And then we've got a sign buckle, of course, with that little BOLDR logo. All stainless steel, so. All right, guys, let's go ahead and pause it here, and I'll go ahead and get a wrist shot. Now, if you guys watched my last video, like I said, I'll leave the link. I'll get a wrist shot and all that stuff, but we'll go ahead and do that again, and we'll get a Lume shot to go out. Okay, so that is on my 7-inch wrist. So yeah, guys, it's a big, big watch, but you know, it's a big, bold diving watch, and it's a 500-meter watch, and it is supposed to be very stout and industrial styled, and I definitely think it is. One thing I didn't show you guys was the helium escape valve over here at the 9 o'clock position. And also want to mention this does have these, they're not applied indices, but they're very, you know, it's heavy lume they're done. And I'm going to call these baton style hands, and also with this NH35 movement, you get a date there at the 6 o'clock position. So very nice watch. Also has a signed crown on it. Not sure if you guys caught that when I was flipping the watch around. Not sure if I even showed that, but it's the BOLDR logo. It's just a little B there on the crown. Very nice knurling on this crown too. Very positive, especially with that triple lock crown. Been very nicely done. So let me pause it and we'll go out with a Lume shot here, guys. All right, so I know we mentioned the sapphire crystal when we were looking at the case back there. So it's, yeah, it's a double dome sapphire crystal. It also has AR coating on the inside. So now they call this super lume, so I'm assuming this is super luminova on this watch. But you know, as you guys can see, it's bright. I mean, it's a great lume, very bright, lasts all night. Also, included is that BOLDR logo there at the 12 o'clock position. They got that all loomed up, which is kind of cool. So, very, very nice. Another great watch from BOLDR Supply. If you guys liked the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you have not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. All right, thanks, guys.